Hello everyone, the Fudge 3004 here. I thought I would show you another game that I like to play a lot. This game is called Subnautica. It's on Steam. It's an early access game. It's about 20 bucks, I think. It's supposedly going to be released early next year, if not real late this year. We're in December 2017, and early 2018 is when it's slated to be released, as far as I know. So we will see what happens, and this is Subnautica. So we're gonna go ahead and press play, and let's just go ahead and start a new game. There's survival, crash land on a dangerous alien planet, scavenge resources, and manage thirst and hunger to survive. So you have oxygen, health, water, and food. Freedom, you don't have water and food to worry about. Hardcore, if you die, you're dead. And then creative, you can do anything you want. There are no limitations to, what oxygen or food is like any other creative thing on any other game that's has that. So let's go ahead and get this started, and we're gonna do survival because that's always the funnest, and let's go.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, pick up the fire extinguisher with the left mouse button, and then use it with the right mouse button. Sometimes you have to spray it a couple times in some areas to make sure it's all the way out. So, PDA.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Okay, so this is your PDA, and this is your inventory here. So let me just go and close that, and then we'll bring that back open. Okay, we know a few blueprints, and as we go, we will learn more. So there's stuff that we can do, but there's not as much stuff as there is in the game. That looks like a lot, and it is a lot, but there's so much more to learn. This is the ping manager. Okay, so this is when you find other escape pods, it will show up in here. Okay. Photo manager, so you can take a screenshot if I want to, but I don't think I'm going to. And these are the voice logs that, like the girl was talking just now. So come on, you're supposed to talk to me, girl.
You have suffered
Okay.
minor head
Right
trauma.
click.
This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
And then this is the data bank, which has, blueprints. We're not going to go through that right now in survival package. That would take way too much time. So tab to bring up your PDA, which you will need to do that. And right over here in this red box, we have a storage container. There's a bit of stuff in here. I'm just going to go and put this in here. So let's close that. This is the medical kit fabricator, and it will automatically make medical kits. There's a circle right there. It's right over the top of this, and it is making one right now. You can see that little white line, and it'll grow as it goes. So this is a damaged radio. We can't do anything with it, but we will to be able to eventually once we get a repair tool. This is the fabricator, which is the thing that we use to make everything. So there's resources, and there's all kinds of resources to make batteries. This is all like titanium and glass and all that kind of stuff. And under electronics is like batteries, copper wire, etc., etc. Electronics, obviously. Food and water, so we can make food and water in here. So we haven't found any food, but we will. Personal is like equipment, stuff that we will use. And then tools are the tools that we will use, obviously. Oops. And then deployables, we have no sea glide. Mobile vehicle bay, we need to find out what that is, and waterproof locker, but you can see it kind of tells you what you need to know. So to close this right here, just click off to the side somewhere, so that way this will automatically close. Okay, so we are on this world, so climb up the ladder and let's take a look outside. They changed this cut screen to have something cool. That's the ship we crashed on.
Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
The map for this it's fairly large, but it is always the same every game, no matter what. There is no random gen or anything else. However, all of the things in the water are all randomly generated. So, you know, they can be in different places. There's always the same stuff, but they will just be in different places and stuff. You can see we're 0 meters down, so, you know, the farther down you go. So over here is our oxygen, health, food, and water. These are very important to keep your eyes on. So let's go back in. That was one cutscene, and when you go down here, this is a different cutscene the first time you do it. After this, these won't do this same thing. You will do that, but not as... And boop. That is a whole fish.
Discovered.
We just got ourselves a whole fish. And there's another one. These guys are actually really good to eat too. So I'll teach you guys how to do that. This is a Gary fish. They don't have the best health or you know, food, whatever, but they're okay. I took that out of your hand, press the empty 3 slots. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press those numbers accordingly, and you will empty that out. Salvage will go into your inventory. These things are also in your inventory. The hotbar and the inventory are linked, so you don't gain anything by putting things on your hotbar. Just so you guys are aware. So this is another fish that we can get, but they're kind of fast.
New creature discovered.
And that's a peeper. To pick them up, you need to left click. So let's go and see if we can get another one. Okay, we need to go up and get air. Remember to watch your air. Okay. This is a rabbit ray. We can't do anything with him at all. We can't harvest him. We cannot pick him up or anything. One of the most important fish are these guys. If I can get them. This is... There he is. Something called an air bladder.
New creature discovered.
Bladderfish, the air bladder, yeah. Bladderfish.
May have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Collect these guys like they are life and death, because they may make the difference between your life and death. They're not too fast, so you don't have to worry about trying to go really fast to hunt them down. So let's get this. We have 24 seconds of oxygen. So that's what that is, and it goes down by 3 seconds every time. So we need food, so let's just go and make sure that we have a lot of food. So get some more oxygen. At 10 seconds, she will tell you, you need to go up and get oxygen. Yeah, I know. Come here, you. Where'd you go to, buddy? Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. It's okay. I won't hurt you yet. Or, I mean, I didn't say that out loud, did I? So, let's find... Alright, we have a few bladderfish, so we need food. The yellow bar is down, so let's go into here. And now in our fabricator, we will go to sustenance, and we will go to cooked food. Try not to cook the bladderfish until way later on after you can make water a couple of different ways. They are really useful for water. So you can take this filtered water, bladderfish, filter using natural membrane, non-vegetarian. So we're going to make a little bit of water because we're going to need that anyway. The water won't go bad, but the food will go bad pretty soon. So, we do need quite a bit of food, so let's do a boomerang. And how about a Gary fish? The Gary fish aren't the best for food, but they're okay.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
When you cook your meals, it automatically removes all the stuff inside that you probably don't want to be eating, you know, like, you know, every bit of the cooked food that you eat will give you food and a little bit of water. And if you eat it raw, it'll only give you a little bit of food and negative water. So don't eat them raw. Don't left click when you go to put things in this inventory. Right click. That will switch things to where they are. So I've accidentally ate them by mistake. Okay, so we have some titanium that we picked up. Not all of it you can, but a good portion of it you can. So let's just go ahead and make something. Take this basic materials, titanium times 4. So one thing to know is this takes up 4 slots and this takes up 4 slots. We get 4% of titanium here, 4 titanium slots, and we also get 4 titanium. So let's, I guess we can't really do that, but we can't move these around too much. In here they don't do it like that. So we have some titanium. Now this will break down into this. We can also pick this up eventually. So there are pieces like this that look like we should be able to pick it up, but we can't. This is not a voxel game. You cannot destroy everything, only certain things, and I'll start showing you guys that. Okay, let's go to personal, and let's go to equipment. Now we can make another fire extinguisher, but that's kind of silly. A pipe, we can make that, or a floating air pump. But I think the most important thing right now is a standard O2 tank. Now we have 45 oxygen right now, so let's just go and make this. It'll automatically pick stuff up. So now we have 75 seconds, and it opened up the high capacity O2 tank. Tab, blueprints, and now let's find wherever that is. Okay, here's our food, cured food. If we find salt, we can make that. And here's a high capacity O2 tank. We need silver ore, glass, 2 glass, 4 titanium, and the regular tank. We can't get that right now, so we'll worry about that later. If you go into here and you make stuff, like let's say this other piece of titanium that we have, it will automatically pick up everything. You don't have to worry about it. When you're near it, it'll automatically pick it up. So, okay, it is day. There is a day and a night cycle. The nights are not long, but they're not short either. The days are decently long. So, it looks kind of strange with the planets going around. You'd think a planet that big would, you know, have a pole in the ocean, but, you know, it's just a game. So, that's the moon, obviously. And sometimes in the middle of the day, this planet will pass in front of the sun, and it will look like, oh no, it's nighttime? No, it's not nighttime. Nighttime just passing in front of the sun and makes the eclipse-y thing. So, let's dive in. Okay, so we need a few things. We need food.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
That was a crash fish. Oh, thank you, Mr. Crash Fish. That actually works out perfect. Thank you. Couldn't have got much better. Okay. Where'd he go? I know I sawed him. Where did I saw him at? Maybe he destroyed his own shell. There are little things that the crash fish there. And they will have cave sulfur. Now let's go up and get some oxygen. So this cave sulfur under your inventory is actually a really good thing because we need it. So grab some more food, as much food as you can kind of realistically get. I mean, because we need a lot of it over the time until we can make stuff and other things. Okay, so let's go back and put some more stuff in there, and I will show you guys some more stuff that we need. So put you, and we'll just drop stuff in here for right now, especially the fish. We can also drop these, and we might as well, since we got some. We don't normally get them right now, but you know what? Hey, that's okay. So you can go up the top too if you want to. You can go just you can saw that, so you can just climb the ladder and you'll go up the top, and then you can go in that way. So it doesn't really matter which way you want to go. Okay, yeah, he does a nice dive. So these are giant coral tubes, and as it says right there, and these, like I said, are some of the best fish that you're going to want to get, because they will help you out a lot. Okay, let's go and break this limestone outcrop.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
So you can tell it's not going to be a very fun experience from what she's saying. You know, our chances of surviving are really slim right now. So we need to look around and get stuff. So we're just going to kind of swim around a little bit. Come here, you. Okay. Now, we can make a battery, so why don't we go and do that? What we need, since we have the copper, is we need 2 of these acid mushrooms. So, yeah. Remember to let your tank fill all the way up, and then you can go ahead and do whatever. This is some of the stuff that you cannot pick up. We cannot pick this up. It just isn't going to happen. If you see stuff like this, we can't even pick this up. Try as you might, you can't. Used to be able to, but not anymore. So here's another one, and these things are actually really useful. I've never actually used them, but my friend has, and I know what they do. So these are just little critters that we can kind of, you know, check out and stuff. They don't really do anything for us. So let's look around now. I do know that. See the glowing thing around that? That means we can always find that no matter where it is. We can always see it, even if we're several kilometers away. That's the best way to find your escape hatch or your pod or your life pod, whatever it is. So make sure you kind of keep an eye on that. And let's just go ahead and where's that whole fish? I saw the shadow, but where'd he go? He's around here somewhere. We'll find one. Now, you can see our water's down a little bit, so underwater we can still drink too. So let's just go ahead and consume that. And now our water's decent. It only gives us 20, so it's not like a lot. And fill that up. Go back down, and let's go and pick up another one of these. We're going to need a lot of it for what we have to do. And let's see if we can find some stuff that we really need. So another way to get oxygen besides going to the surface are these brain coral. And it even says right there, brain coral. So it puts out 3 bubbles at a time whenever it does, so you can always keep your oxygen full. They're not like super common, but they're common enough. So I believe I saw another crash fish down there maybe. Oh, that's a creature egg. So this... Dang it. No. Sometimes you're quick enough you can actually get away from those things if you're quick enough. So once they open up, yeah. So this is a creature egg. I'm not going to pick it up now because it's kind of like a waste of space for our limited time. So these don't always have that in there, but usually. Titanium.
Deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
So it just said that we need to make the repair tool. Essentially, that's what it said. So we'll be doing that in a little bit, but I wanted to try to find quartz because we will need quartz. And let's see here. Where is one of those giant tubes? There we go. This is a really good place to come to. Just beware that right down over here is another one of those booger brains. So we'll just grab some of this. Here's some quartz. Grab that quartz. And where is he? I'm gonna grab that quartz. Now that is quartz, and I should actually just go and show you guys here real quick. Okay, quartz. And then now there are several different kinds of those rocks that I'm breaking. There's shale and sandstone and limestone and basalt, and just depends on whatever depth you're at and where you are at on the map. There is no map to look at. I say that lightly with the map because there is no real map to look at. You can find them online, but yeah, it's still kind of hard to tell, you know, where you are on the map since you can only use a compass. So keep an eye on your inventory, and I know we have plenty of room because it goes all the way down to these brackets here. So we do have plenty of room. Okay. You can also press the corresponding number to empty your hand per se. So there's all kinds of creature eggs. But so if you want to have something in your first slot number 1, you can also just press 1 to have it full or empty. So let's go ahead and make a couple of things. Okay, so let's go back to our little pod, and we are going to make the first thing we're going to make is the scanner. So let's go in here, and let's go to here, and let's go to, well, first we need titanium, so let's go and make some titanium. Now quartz, 2 quartz make glass, but we're not going to make that right now, right now. We will soon, but not right this minute. So electronics, now we can make copper wire or a battery. We really need the battery, so let's make the battery. Okay, this thing automatically makes everything with those lights, and you automatically pick it up. It's kind of funky, but it works. It's really cool. Let's go ahead and cook up a peeper. So that would be really good.
Subnautica cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
And maybe a little bit of water. I'm just going to make maybe 2 more waters. So we'll be needing that. Now there's, for right now, we know 2 waters. The filtered water thanks to the bladderfish, and the disinfected water. We will get to that in a little bit, but not like right now because we just can't do it. Okay, it gives us a bit of food and water. That'll give us the most food and a bit of water. And then we'll go and consume that. Okay. Now, let's make the scanner. So, under tools, the scanner is a battery and 1 titanium. So, and that's the repair tool, but we need silicone rubber. So, yeah, we gotta find that. And we should also make a survival knife. So let's go and make the scanner first.
The scanner can be
Okay.
used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
If you want to put something on any one of the slots, then you go to it and you press whatever number you want. I'm just going to go and keep that on 2 for right now because that's fine by me. And let's just go ahead and move these fishies so that I don't accidentally eat them when I don't mean to. We're almost full here. There's only 3 slots, but I think the quartz will go in there. Okay, so let's go back down. Now, we need silicone rubber. So, where do we find silicone rubber? Well, that's something we'll be finding in a little bit, but first I wanted to show you guys what this does. So, as I said, this is the scanner, and let's see what this guy is. So yeah, it tells you if the fish was normal, but it also says, okay, you can see that circle there, and if you look on the scanner where it says ready to scan, there will be a circle. And as the circle fills up, it will unlock that thing or show what that thing is. And it will give you information on it in the PDA, so... Okay, well, let me see, where is the pod? Where did the pod go? Where did he go? He turned indivisible. There he is. He's hiding. I couldn't see him with the blue water. Sometimes it is kind of hard to see if you're looking at something blue and you're trying to find this. Like, where is it at? It is there. Trust me, it is there. Okay, so let's do the giant coral tube. And... okay. There should be a box around here that has something that we need in it, and we'll be finding that hopefully here relatively quickly because we will be needing it. Come here, you. There you go. This game does take a little bit of patience and stuff to really learn, but it isn't like super bad. So, you know, you can do it pretty quickly. I haven't been to the end of the game yet. It is kind of a long game. I've been playing for like 130 some odd hours, so... Okay. But yes, I really love this game. I love the graphics. The music is really cool. It's good music. When you guys play it, you will see what I mean. So as you guys scan things, you don't have to keep on trying to rescan it over and over. You can start scanning it, and then when you get back to it again, it will continue the scan. So that is one of the best things about it, is it will continue the scan. Okay, so we need to find that box if we can find it. I do know where some stuff is. So let's go and get this coral chunk, and this should be another one of those big tubes right here. And it should, I believe, open up down here maybe. If not, that's okay. We will find it. So, okay, Gary. Okay, yeah, Gary. Okay, there is some quartz. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, too late. I apparently did mean it. And we got some more of that. be very careful down in these. You cannot scan the quartz, unfortunately, so don't bother because it won't do anything. So let's go up and get some more oxygen. That's French for oxygen. Oxygen, yeah, maybe not, but you know, I like to pretend. So there is the grav sphere. So what we can do is grav trap fragment. Now it says we need 1 of 2. It's only 50% done, so let's go and scan the other one. And as soon as that gets done, it says blueprint available, grav trap. So if you've already found something, when you scan the other thing, then it will give you that. So be right back. Okay, now let's try to find hey, beacon fragment. We need that. Okay, that's 2 parts.
Oxygen.
Okay. Remember to watch your depth so you don't get too far down. If you go too far down and you go up and you don't make it, you will black out, and anything you have gained and have not picked up, you will, and have not gotten into your pot or whatever, you will lose.
New creature discovered.
So just so you guys know. Can be a little frustrating and at times a little irritating, but you know, it is what it is. That's the way the game is played. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so that's okay, there we go. 1 of 2 of the. Okay, let's go and scan him and see what he has to say. Brain coral, okay. Now, at night, some of the creatures become much more aggressive, so. Dang it. I keep on finding them little twahibs. Alright. So far I've been pretty good with the cave sulfur, so that's good. Maybe they may have like fixed something or just not have the creature eggs in there or whatever. So well, let's head back to the life pod, and unless we happen to find something really good, which so far I'm thinking we may not, but you know, we do need some other stuff and we will get that, just maybe not right this minute. These guys have little bubbles that they shoot out of their rear end, so, and he just shot some stuff out, so those things right there. And if they explode, that stuff will hurt you, so just be aware. So at night, the fish can kind of like be dormant.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Okay, we're 100 meters away from our life pod, so let's just go and get back to our life pod. Let's go ahead and drink a water real quick. Well, we found one of the sea glide fragments. Now we need the second one. So let's just go and scan a couple more things. We can scan a lot of stuff. Okay, here's one of those giant coral tubes. So let's scan this limestone outcropping. Good, copper. We need copper. We need all the copper we can find because you do have to make copper wire, and that's 2 pieces of copper per wire. So it kind of takes up a bit of your resources. Oh, I've actually gotten pretty lucky with the copper so far, so that's good. And we will probably be ending the episode here pretty shortly. But we are making headway, and we have actually found a bit of stuff, so that's good. And he just, like, made those green gasulator bubbles. Like I said, we need all the water that we can find for right now because water is very, very scarce. Even though we're on a water world, we can't drink this water because of it being, you know, salty. But we are in an ocean, you know, so... Okay. Creature egg. We're not going to pick it up because it just takes up space, as I've said about 1,200 times now. So, let's go into here. And let's get some more food and water. So let's try not to cook those. Let's do a hoverfish. They're really good food, so...
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meat with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Herb creamer. Herby derb. So, let's drink that, and we will eat. Now, remember to look and make sure it says cooked, so that way you don't accidentally eat the wrong thing, so... Okay, and one thing that we can do too, hey, we need one of those. Actually, let's use the one that we have because our health is down. Now, this is 50, so I'll take that up to 86. So, good, okay. As you can see, we have not a lot of room left, but we do have quite a bit of food. So, a lot of titanium, some copper, and what can we make? Under equipment, we can make another standard O2 tank, but that's not going to do a whole lot of good. Tools. We need the habitat builder eventually, real soon. I've never used one of those, but I know we can. And we can make a flashlight, repair tool. We can make all kinds of stuff. Okay, waterproof locker. They're not very big, but they hold a little bit of stuff, so that's good. Another thing you can do in this game that I really like a lot is, so we know where our pod is, so let's go, yeah, this should work. Right down here, and what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to drop the fish because they'll swim off, but I am going to go and drop some of this stuff. And it will stay here, so that's the nice thing. The game recognizes what you put out of your inventory, what you drop, and what is not, you know, in the game. Sometimes things will bounce around and stuff, so that stuff will stay there, which is awesome. I really like that a lot. Titanium. Ooh, another one. So, as we go deeper into other places, we will find, like, good stuff. Like the, sandstone and stuff like that, so...
Oxygen.
Better go up and get some. Okay. Be aware when going into, like, tunnels like this that you need to make sure your oxygen is full, because you will need it. You need to look around to make sure, for one thing, you're safe, and for two, that you find everything that you need. So you cannot tell what's in there before you get it. It's just not really gonna happen, so you just kind of have to kind of go by gosh and by golly and hope you get the right one. There is a lot of titanium to be picked up, so sometimes the creatures will bite through, you know, these walls and stuff when they're chasing you. For the most part, they won't, but there are times that they will, so just so you guys know. So quartz is always really, really good. In fact, it's needed. Okay, there's another one of those booger brains down there, so let's just go this way. We need to get out of here now because we're getting low on oxygen. So, I will show you what happens. So when you get low, you start to black out. And if you go up to the surface in time, everything will come back into focus and you're okay. You can tell my guy was kind of getting all, you know, choky and stuff, so... Okay, let's see what we can find in the last couple of minutes left here of this episode. Besides fish, obviously. Okay, if we go to these things right here, we have enough room. Let's go and pick up... Whoa, hey, buddy. Yes, I know, you're all mad. I get it. Okay, let's go and grab some seed clusters.
New blueprint acquired.
Let's go and grab a couple of these guys if we can. Okay, so now we have 4 of them and we are pretty much full. Can't pick up anything. Here's a sandstone outcrop, but I can't pick anything else up. So let's head back now. Now we have some stuff. Now we can do something. So I'll show you guys what we are going to do, and this will probably be the last thing that we're gonna make. So head over here. We can't pick up anything else. Our inventory is stuffed full, so swimming along, just swimming on a lazy day. So we're almost there. We'll be there here in just a second. There's a lot of resources you can pick up, and you need to pick up all of it, and you can make all kinds of cool stuff. So we will get to that as we can. So first thing we want to do is let's drop 1, 2, 3 of those, and how about those? Yeah, those definitely changed because they used to just be like boxes when they dropped them. Okay. We are going to need a couple of things, and one of them is we need silicone rubber because we need that for our repair tool, which is under tools. So once we have that, we can get the sulfur and make a repair tool. And we also need it for the survival knife. And this is probably the most important thing for right now. We will get this, just not right this second. And I also know that to make this, we need some stuff that we have on us. But let's find that first before I say too much. So 2 seed pod clusters make a silicone rubber. So let's go ahead and make our survival knife. Okay, now we're playing with power.
Were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
And go to inventory, and I want to put this on number 1, so I just have my cursor on it. And I press 1. Now it's on right there. So even though it's still in here, it's also on there. And we still have a silicone rubber. So let me see. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go to here and let me see. We need 1 silicone rubber. All right. You know what? Let's just go and make that then. We have 1 silicone rubber. So let's just go and pick up a cave sulfur. And we will make the repair tool. Okay, so we'll go to here, and we will go to tools, and now we can make the repair tool. Well, here goes nothing. Sweet. Click off to the side. Tab, and let's go to 3. Okay, number 3. Now, you can see, yeah, he's an idiot. He touched it. You can see that's already partially done, but not all the way. So right click, and it will automatically repair it. And lights will come on and everything. It's like, woohoo! Life pod secondary systems online. So, okay, now these power cells, they were not charging before, but they will be now. So, this thing is very useful. We will need this a lot for a lot of stuff. So, you know, these seed pods take up a lot of room, but let me go ahead and make... Let me see. How about that takes... Okay, one vine cluster. I think I'm going to make one of these.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
And let's make one of these. Now, what do we need for equipment? Personal equipment. Hey, look at that. We can make fins. That's going to help us go a little bit quicker. Now, once we make those, see, the air tank already went right here. And so we could get other stuff to go in these, and the fins will go right down here. And these are things that are under the ping manager. Those are kind of signals that we can get. So, we will be doing that. And come on, there we go. Let's get that. So let's get those fins going. Go to here, personal equipment, fins.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
So you can see that the fins are right here. Now we should be able to swim a bit faster now. Oh yeah. Now we can swim fast. Okay, well, I think we'll have one more drink of water, and we will call this good. So everybody, thank you for watching. This has been Subnautica, and this has been Defudge 3004. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Remember to like and subscribe and share if you would, please. And thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time.